So welcome to this morning's kickoff for the WAI Mentor Connect Mentees section of the program. 2 weeks ago, we kicked off the mentor side of the program. We've got dozens and dozens of mentors already involved in the program and loading up their profiles. It's still growing. This is the beginning of a brand new program. So I'm going to beg patience as we grow it together. Thank you for checking in with us. Like I said, this morning, some of you, it's early morning. Some of you, it's already evening in the Middle East, in Africa, and all over the world. We're so happy to have you with us. Thank you for spending your time with us. I know that this is your most valuable resource, is your time, and we're really happy that you're with us. And bonjour, Lucy. It's wonderful to have you all here. I'm going to jump in. It is 6 minutes after the hour, and let me see if it will let me do this. Boy, oh boy. So just a moment. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. So can everyone see that, Kate? Yeah? Awesome.
Yeah.
Excellent. So I'm going to introduce Kate again. Kate here is my partner in crime, and Kate is from Guider. She's based in the UK. Guider is our partner on the WAI Mentor Connect program. Guider is the platform that the program sits in and allows us to do some things that we've never been able to do. I think you all are really going to enjoy working in this platform. It's going to make everything really easy, from finding a mentor. If you're also sitting on the other side, it's going to help you get to know your mentees. It's going to recommend pairings. It's going to allow you to choose your own pairings. It's going to allow you to, I've got some more folks checking in. It's going to help you guys set goals together. It's going to help you set meetings. It's really a fantastic platform. And one of the really coolest things, and I'm kind of giving away all the cool stuff right now, but one of the best things about this program is the learning library. So it will help you get smarter in how to be a great mentee, how to be a great mentor, how to ask good questions, how to make good goals. So it's going to kind of round out all of our, I know I need to learn it, to read up on that stuff. So it's going to make your time with your partnership, your mentor-mentee partnership, really much more powerful. So I'm going to dive in if everybody's ready. I think we've got most of the team here. There we go. So here's what we're going to cover. We're going to talk about the Mentor Connect program and how the Guider program works together. And it is one in the same. Kate's going to help talk about how the Guider part of the program works. We're going to talk a little bit about what makes a good mentee, what you might want to work on, how to structure your partnership, your mentorship partnership, and that whole experience, what's expected of you. And then we'll have some time at the end to go over some questions and answers. So if you have a question, by all means, throw it in the chat. We're happy to look at that and try and answer as we go. Kate's going to do a demo of the program to walk you through how to log in, how to get your profile set up, all of those things. And all of this, again, will be available to rewatch if you want to go back and review. So you're all here. You have clearly found that and know that there's a benefit to having a mentor in this experience, this aviation experience that we're all in, this life experience. And holy smokes, do I wish I had this program. And I've heard so many people say this. I wish I had this program when I was in college or just starting professionally and, climbing the ladder. That said, I'm really looking forward, and I know I share this with a lot of other WAI members, I'm really looking forward to being able to, standing on the ladder, be able to reach back and grab somebody's hand and help pull them along in their journey as well. We share some unique experiences as women in this industry. So it's really helpful to have someone who has maybe been through some of the things we're facing to be able to talk this out, be able to help plan, be able to understand ways to grow, increase our own self-awareness, always be looking at our side of the street, looking introspectively, and find that support within the WAI group. What makes a great WAI mentee, all of you have some of these very important characteristics, these traits. We don't all have them all. We want to be better rounded, but strive to be. We know you're driven, right? You wouldn't be here if you weren't driven. Goal focused, self-aware, open, driven, personable, inquisitive, and ambitious. We all have pieces of this, right? But this is what's going to help get you started and round you out as we go. Have you guys ever had a mentor? Have you been part of a mentor program? I would love to hear about it in the chats right now. Okay, we've got more people checking in. So for some folks, this is the first experience. So this is going to be really interesting to see what your experience is on this and what kind of input. We're really early in this part of the program, so we'd love your input. Kate and I are already talking about version 2. So we've got plans for growth and improvement and changes, but we'd love your input as we go. We've got a lot of first-time mentees here, so that's really exciting. And I'm really looking forward to hearing what you have to say about it. So part of that is really understanding what you want to work on yourself. What is it that, as you step back, look at yourself in the mirror, get really introspective, say, what is it that I need to work on? I know I'm good at some things, but are there other things that I really need to work on? And apologies for the formatting. So Kate and I, right as this was starting, we did some emailing back and forth, and it's different on my computer than it is on her computer. So my apologies. We'll get this fixed up and sent out. But so get introspective, look at yourself, and what's going to make you successful over time is being well-rounded. You don't have to be perfect. You do have to be brave, but you don't have to be perfect. And you always need to be working on yourself, right? It's a lifelong learning experience. But being aware of where the areas are that you can work on is really, really important. So spend some time thinking about, what is it I need to work on? Am I I'm really, really organized and detail-oriented, but I'm really terrible in speaking to a group or putting presentations together. I'm really nervous about negotiating. When I sit down to negotiate my job offer, for example, is there, what can I do better to negotiate through that? How can I grow my negotiating skills? I'm great in a small group, but I'm really, really nervous when I'm standing in front of a bigger group or a large meeting. I had a very personal experience for me. Had one of my first jobs, my boss couldn't make it to a conference, and I had put his speech together, his presentation together. He couldn't make it, and so he was like, you go do it. And all of a sudden I was in front of 400 people. And if I had had a mentor that could help coach me through that terror, that would have been amazing. So so get introspective, get in there and understand what you need to do better. And what am I looking for in a mentor, right? We don't all click. A lot of us in this group do click. We are, of the same tribe. We work together. We all share this common love of things that fly, some in different ways. But as we go down this journey, we might be looking for something different. So be thinking about what it is you're looking for in a mentor, because we're going to have in some areas, you're going to have lots of choices. In other areas, as we grow, we might be at the beginning, you might have one choice for a mentor, but It'll grow over time, but be thinking about what you're looking for. And how do I get started, right? So Kate's going to jump into this a little bit. So I'm going to actually jump over this slide and jump to this slide, because I'm sure you all want to really dive into, okay, now what do I do? What do I need to do to get started? And the first thing I need to bring up is that you need to keep your WAI membership current, and here's why. That same login that you use to get into your member compass on the WAI.org website is the same login and password that will take you into the Mentor Connect platform. So if all of a sudden you can't get in there, it's probably because you need to renew. We've had a lot of people who couldn't register for this event, who couldn't log into the mentor side of the Mentor Connect program. Hey, guess what? Your invoice was due 75 days ago. No big deal. We can get that fixed up. But let us know. So if you have any problems, but you start at WAI.org and you get signed in. Then navigate to the Mentor Connect page, which is under resources. It's real easy to click through over on the menu bar, find resources and go down to Mentor Connect. And then there's a giant orange button that looks just like this one right here. It says sign into Mentor Connect. Click. And it takes you magically through all of the internet tubes to the Mentor Connect platform on Guider. And that's where Kate comes in. So she's going to talk a little bit about how to really get started.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Molly. And hi, everyone. It's so nice to be here and run through the Guider platform with you. Before I kick off on a little sort of demo, I guess just to explain sort of, who is Guider? What does Guider do? So a little bit of a background into us. So we here at Guider, we fully believe in the power of human connection and conversation. And due to a result of this, we've built a product to make it more accessible to as many people as we can. So we work with a number of large organizations, just like yourselves, on a range of mentoring, coaching, and employee well-being initiatives. And we are delighted to be kicking off this partnership with you and to support you along your mentoring journey. So I'm going to go ahead now and share my screen, Molly, if that's okay, so I can run through the demo with you. Let me just get this up. There we go. Oh, no. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to make this big and hopefully that everyone can see my screen. So as Molly mentioned, you're going to go through your WAI website portal, and then that'll take you straight into Guider, which is the Mentor Connect platform that we have set up for you. So Molly and I have been working on this, so definitely take a minute to have a read through. There's some helpful information on what is mentoring, what is expected of you, and just generally how it works. How does Guider work, and how we can support you on your mentoring journey. So you're going to simply select the register button, and you're going to continue with your WAI membership email. So it's going to redirect you. You'll pop in that email address, and then you'll be able to pop in your password and it'll take you straight in. We wanted to make it as simple and easy as possible for you to sign up. So as long as you remember your email and your password, you'll be easily be able to be signed in. Once you have registered, it will then redirect you back into Mentor Connect, and you'll be able to complete your profile. So if you just want, as you can see, your name will automatically be pulled in. And if you just pop in sort of your job title, where you're based, and if within the US, sort of what state you are based in. And of course, then your company or the school you are part of. When I made this video, I hadn't enabled that. That is fixed now, so ignore that. You will be able to put in your state, even if you aren't part of the US, or you won't have to put it in. Then finally, putting in a photograph if you wish. We always suggest putting a photograph. It just sort of makes the process a little bit more sort of easier for you, the mentees, in sort of selecting your mentor. So once you're through here to our program dashboard, this is where you're going to find even more information on the program. And there's some fantastic quotes here from some of our mentors and some of our mentees on, again, sort of what is mentoring and the benefits that you can expect. So Guider, has been developed to be a mentee-driven platform. So all of our mentors signed up, as Molly's mentioned, two weeks ago. So they are all waiting and ready for you guys to get signed up today. So, but I'm also just going to take you through the entire experience because I think it's sort of helpful to understand. So 2 weeks ago, our mentors came in and they selected Be a Mentor, and they popped in the skills that they are able to mentor all of you on. You're going to see the skills that you're wanting to be mentored on are also going to be available to you. So they would have popped in their details and created their profile. You are going to be then selecting the Find a Mentor button and creating a profile to select a mentor. But before I get on to that, I just also wanted to mention, I don't know where I went with my video now. I just wanted to mention the Learning Hub at the top, which Molly referenced. This is going to be, this 3 phases of mentoring is something that I'll speak to a little. And this really is, once you sort of get signed up and you select your mentor, I really would recommend checking out this Learning Hub. There's really fantastic information in here, and it's just a really great sort of first stop. And especially as a lot of you are new to this mentoring journey, we've created this for people like you. So please do take a look at that. I'm just going to sort of switch videos here for a second. I hope you can still see my screen. There we go. So as you are all mentees looking to find a mentor, when you click through into the View Program page, you're going to select the Find a Mentor. And you're going to be able to pop in the skills that you are looking to work on. You're also going to be able to pop in a bio about yourself and then just select whereabouts you are currently in your aviation adventure. The next phase or step is goals. So I do want to highlight, though, if you don't know what your goal is right now, that's so okay. You can simply select continue and you can still find your mentor, and you can maybe talk to your mentor about the goals that you're willing to set. However, if you are aware of the goals that you are wanting to achieve through this program, you're going to be able to come in and set those in here, and you can add more later on too. So you can select the category that your goal would sit under, and then pop in the objective. What is the goal that you are wanting? What is the goal you want to achieve? And then why that one is important to you. This is helpful. And again, like I said, if you don't know, that's okay. Your mentor can help you with this. But if you do know, it also just helps your mentor sort of steer you in the right direction, and to sort of formulate a bit of a structure in the beginning of the relationship. You are then going to be presented with a whole list of mentors. The mentors have been decided for you primarily based on the skills that you've input. At Guider, we have accumulated that and put it in as your very best match, which I always suggest that you do select. However, we can also reveal profile, and you can actually scroll through the list of mentors, but it is worth noting the further down you scroll, the less sort of accurate from the skills that you put in initially. So we're going to simply connect with our mentor. And once we click view relationship, we're going to be taken straight into what we call our relationship page. So here you're going to be able to connect and send a message, say hi, and introduce yourself a little bit. Your profile will be sort of emailed to your mentor, so they'll be able to view that too. And it is also worth bearing in mind that once they match, once you select them, they'll get an email notification and a chat notification to say when is good to meet. You can, at the top there, you can see, go back to their profile at any time. But then once you have decided on a time to meet and have that very first, what we call chemistry call, that was the slide that Molly went over just earlier. And we always say that chemistry call, or, is quite quite an important first call. I guess what we say is we use that time to get to know one another, establish your goals, and sort of just outline sort of, what you sort of feel and what you're trying to get out of the mentoring journey. But I also do want to highlight that if you maybe don't have chemistry with your mentor, or you think maybe you've changed your mind, in the 2 weeks, leading up to your session, that's totally okay. You are the ones it's your journey. You wanting to get, the most out of this. So if you have that first call and you think, oh, do you know what? Maybe I want another mentor, you can just be sort of open and honest, because that's all what sort of mentoring is about, is sort of being transparent with one another. So once you have decided on a time for that first call, you can pop in the diary. We've got our very own built-in video, so everything can take place in Guider. Your chats, your video, everything. So you can simply send the calendar invite, and that will go into your calendar, into your mentor's calendar too, as well as getting an email notification. You can then log back in, or you can simply in the email, the link will come straight through, and then you can connect straight through Guider video right here. You can also edit your session. This is sort of important, I guess, sort of for Molly and myself, for our feedback, and also sort of understanding the frequency in which you're all meeting with one another. So that's sort of why updating the sessions and keeping them accurate is really important to us, and it just makes the program even better. And I think the final thing to point out would just be, you are able to conclude your relationship down at the bottom at any point. And like I mentioned, if you have that first session and it doesn't work out for you, then you can just go ahead and conclude, and you can go back in and select another mentor. So that was pretty much most of the platform. If anyone got any questions right now, we can do questions at the end. Can't remember which order we did it in, Molly. No question.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I think we're at the place where what I would like to do is share my screen and show you all where it is online, so that we can be super clear about that. Let's see, make sure I'm not making you look at my emails. Share screen. So here we are on the WAI.org webpage. So it's going to scroll through. This is live, so I'm going to move slowly, just because I know it might be buffering in some places. But this is the place you could find your Mentor Connect. This is probably where you found the event. But then you pop over here to resources, and then down to Mentor Connect. I'm going to click on that. This is going to magically change after this event. And down here, we talked about this meeting. You can watch the mentor side of the worlds, the webinar we did 2 weeks ago. But what you're going to want to do here is click this button. And then it's going to take you to Guider and Mentor Connect. Right? So going back through where Kate was talking real slowly now, click on login. Now I'm already logged in, so I'm not sure, it might not make me re-log in. So see it, you'll know if you're already logged in at WAI, it's going to know that. So it's got my little picture up here. I've got some extra stuff, but we're going to look at our program. Once you're here, you can manage your mentor profile if you're signed up as a mentor, or you can find a mentor down here. You can check out all of the different things. This is going to get you in the same way, but you can look at some of the ladies who helped us actually put this together. We had a beta test team that helped us put this whole program together. And again, you can jump to your be a mentor or find a mentor. And when you do that, then you set up your program, your profile, and you go back to where Kate was talking about. It'll start making matches. You can take the suggestion. You can look at the other participants to maybe reach out and find a new or different match. But that's where I would go. Start here. You start on the program page, or back to the find a mentor, be a mentor. This is your dashboard for your program. I have an extra magic little button that lets me know how many people are going to be in it. You guys can't see that one, but you can see all the way up through here. And that is this learning button right here, to me, is really worth spending some time. None of this, I mean, this is light reading, y'all. This is easy, good information in short, digestible bites. So I would dive into this a little bit, into the learning library. And then if you're having any problems, see this blue bubble down here? That's a direct line to Guider. And if they can't solve it, which I bet you they can, if you're having a problem logging in, they're going to reach out and get to me. You can always also get to WAI HQ at wai.org if you're having any problems, and we will help you out. So before we move on, I just want to check, does anybody have any questions? If you raise your hand, or I'm seeing Rory's raising her hand. So
hey Molly, we have two questions in the chat. One is, will this be posted online? I said yes, but I don't know when. And two is, will we receive an email when the mentors respond? I never received one, but just checked and there was a response. Do I need to activate something?
So two quick things. Yes, we're going to post this recording. It will be available in two places. One is on wai.org in the Mentor Connect session. And two is, I don't know if you've ever looked at the Women in Aviation International YouTube channel, but it'll be there as well. And there's a ton of information there, you guys. Definitely go there and check out the content. It's been beautifully cultivated, and there's interviews and tours and all kinds of great information, but this video will also be there. So I would recommend that you go there as well. In terms of when, it takes us a couple of days because it's a Zoom recording. And so they take a couple of days to roll the video together, and then we'll get it onto the YouTube channel. So it's going to take a couple of days, but it will definitely be there. You will get an email from Guider. So if you're looking for an email from WAI, you're not going to see that. It's going to be from Guider. And so check your spam folders, check your junk mail. It might not recognize the first set of emails from Guider. I know a lot of the WAI emails might even end up, if we send out notices that say you need to renew your membership, and people say, I didn't get it. And we say, check your spam folder. And they go, oh, there it is. Okay. So check spam and junk before you jump to any conclusions. But Kate, is there anything else you want to talk about the cadence of the communications?
Yes, I just want to Jennifer's message there. So as Guider is mentee driven, the mentor doesn't sort of reject or accept you. That's all on you. So you select them and this is the relationship I want to be in, and it's automatic. So they don't reject you. So that is why we put the onus on you. Sort of, they'll obviously receive an email to say that you've been matched, and then you can reach out and chat with them via the chat to get the session in, so that you wouldn't sort of get a response from the mentor to saying like, you've been accepted. So I just want to make that clear. I think maybe that's what you're alluding to, Jennifer, in your message.
So what I also heard Kate not say is, this is going to be very much what you make it. So if you sit back and wait for people to connect with you and do the work, nope. Mentees, y'all, it's gonna be what you make it. So get involved, get active, follow the steps, do the reading, dive into it, and have a little bit of patience. This is the kickoff. So, this is going to grow over time. If you're having problems, by all means, reach out and let us know, and we will for sure let you know what's going on, what the status is, but it's going to be what you make it. So it's very much mentor or mentee driven. So you guys are in control. And I've had questions directly to me that ask, why do you have to be a member of WAI? Well, for a couple of reasons. One, we chose the Champagne platform for our Mentor Connect program. And so we had to get really aggressive in our fundraising in order to be able to pay for this. And so you guys are WAI members, and this is your benefit. This is part of what you should expect from a membership organization. And we wanted to deliver the very best program to you. So we limit it to WAI members because it's a direct member benefit, but also it's a security and a safety thing, right? So we want to be sure we're not just giving anybody access to our very serious, very driven, very committed membership, and making sure your privacy is secure. So you've got to be a WAI member for those two very good reasons. I don't have any other direct questions. Anybody? I don't see any raised hands. Any questions? Somebody get us started. Hey, Cassandra, I know you're out there. Do you have any questions?
Yes, Molly, I do have a quick question. Hang on, I'll make myself visible.
Fire at will.
First of all, congratulations. I am so excited from the direction you've moved this program. I'm really, really excited. This is extraordinary. It's really hard to put together mentorship programs, and you're knocking it out of the park. I have heard from mentors such as Stephanie Chung that it's really, really important to follow through with your mentor. They will not put in the time with you unless you're putting in the time on your end of things. They want to see you talk to them and tell them results. If they're going to spend time on you, you need to put time in on yourself. So, and Molly, quick question. What is the one from 2 weeks ago available online yet?
Yep, it's there. It's
Okay,
on
cool.
the Mentor Connect
I will
page.
check again. I will look for that, but
For sure.
congratulations. You guys are in for a big treat. This is going to be an amazing program.
Thanks, Cassandra. Hey, that's great input also on the mentor side of, in terms of expectations. Yeah, if you're not willing to put the time in, your mentor's not going to. So they're, you know, they are going to follow your lead in terms of the energy and commitment to the relationship. So you're driving this. It's going to be what you make it. Hey, Palmyra, did I kill your name? I'm so sorry.
It's totally okay. It's Palmyra, but
Palmyra, welcome and thank you for having a question. How can we help?
so I understand, like, for sure it's on you basically to really have it what you want it to be in terms of organizing when to meet with them and everything. But I was curious, is there a time frame or time end date, like, or as long as you're part of WAI, you have this mentor relationship?
So you also drive that, and Kate, you know, tell me if I'm misspeaking, but you have control over that as well. When you first meet with your mentor, you should talk about your goals. You should also talk about your expectations of each other in terms of timing. Is this a short-term program? Is this a long-term program? What are you going to work on? What are your priorities? You know, lay down. These are, like you guys, time is really, really hard to find. And these, the ladies who are stepping up as mentors are equally crushed for time. They're also often all over the world, right? You might be in different time zones. They might be flying from Atlanta to Korea today. And so they're not getting their emails for 24 hours. So don't expect immediate responses, but so have some patience. They might be on duty with a military and they're deployed and they can't, you know, they don't get email directly on their phone all the time. So be patient, but the time frame of the program should be something that you guys discuss and mutually agree upon. And Guider also lays out the ability to time that, you know, put a time parameter on your mentorship, your specific individual unique mentorship experience.
Molly, may I add to that, that you're going to have several mentors in your lives, and some of them may be like, you may have a pilot mentor if you're a pilot and you only need to talk to them on certain occasions. There may be other people that are mentoring you in very specific areas like leadership. They'll all be different levels of mentorship. Some mentors, you just make a friend with somebody and they became a mentor for a certain period of time. So it doesn't have to be completely structured. It's what you both need at the time.
Good point. Yep. Hey, we've had a question in the chat about the range of experience the mentors and fields that they're in. So that's a wonderful question. It also points to my favorite part of being a WAI member, taking the staff hat off and putting on just a WAI member. I love the fact that when you get involved in a chapter, you get involved at conference, you get involved at a Connect event, you're going to meet women from all over the world. And you're going to find air traffic controllers and engineers and FAA regulators and pilots and astronauts and business owners and all of the things in aviation. So we are working really hard to make sure that all of that broad scope of the WAI membership is also reflected in the mentor program, in the Mentor Connect program. So what does that mean? We're going to have a lot of mentors, right? Doing a lot of different things. And so that's going to take us a little bit of time to grow that broad base of experience and knowledge. And I think you'll find that depending on what you're looking for, you could find, if you're looking for advice on how, because we also have these cool junior members and they're 18 years old and younger, they might be looking for something different. They might be looking for how to make decisions about where they're going with their career. How do I find a flight school? How do I choose a flight instructor? Well, they might want to match up with somebody that is a flight instructor currently at one of the flight schools at Lufthansa or the United Aviate program or Embry-Riddle or UND or somewhere. So that person might be, you know, just a few years older than them, might have just been around for just a few years longer than them. Or if you're looking for, you know, management experience or, you know, how to navigate different corporate challenges and obstacles, you might be talking or looking for a mentor that's been around in the industry for 30 years and has done that and holds an executive level position. That person's there too. So it just depends on what you're looking for, what skills you're trying to grow, what challenges you're trying to navigate. That's going to depend on what kind of and who your mentor is and what experience level they have and how long they've been around. So does that answer the question, add any dimension to the question? Nikki, you look like you've got a question. No? Okay. I can only see a few faces. I can see Sharon. I can see Jennifer. I can see Nikki. Okay. Do we have any other questions, you guys? We're 43 minutes in. Kelly Murphy, is there anything you'd like to add? Kelly's our Director of Communications and our Editor-in-Chief of the magazine and has helped put together a lot of the content and make sure it's WAI approved. Our expectations are very high in terms of content and the quality of the content that we present. So Kelly keeps an eye on us and helps us make sure that stuff we do is good enough for you.
I would just like to share that as you use this tool and create your mentor-mentee relationships, remember to share those stories, photos, any kind of social media with us, because we'd like to amplify that and share what we know is going to be a very successful program. We're always looking to share those stories in our magazine, our social media, our newsletters. So just keep that in mind. Me and my mentor stories, that's what we're looking for.
Okay, well, one final call for questions. Everybody know where to find it? Everybody know how to log in? Okay, yeah, our next expectation of you is that you're the one who then reaches behind you and helps the next lady, right? So there's going to be time. Somebody's going to help you now. There's a time coming in your future when you need to help somebody else. So That's what I think is so cool about this. I'd like to thank everybody for your time. Kate, thank you so much for your time and expertise. Thank you all for being here, and be safe out there, fly safe. Thank you so much for your time. Go get your profile all set up. Jump on in. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone. Bye.